Excuse me, out of sight, out of mind. You've probably heard that saying before. With poverty, that can be true.
A new documentary faces the issue head on. It's called Out of Frame, and it's presented by Together Omaha.
Yeah, Mike Hornacek is the organization's executive director, and director Jason Fischer is also with us this morning. Good morning to both of you this morning.
It's nice to meet you,
Let's
Jason.
cut to the meat of this. What's this documentary about?
Really, it's about bringing visibility to a major issue in our community, hunger and homelessness. I know it's not a surprise to probably a lot of people that it's an issue, but I think the level of the issue that we have in Omaha might be a surprise to everybody. So we're hoping the film brings some visibility and education and advocacy to our community.
Put it in perspective for us. Who's suffering?
Anybody that is in a level of poverty that can be, let's say, a family of four, $24,000 or below, which is probably about, don't write this in stone, but probably about 70,000 people in our community. 100,000 households at 35,000 and below, so it's a significant portion of our community, probably, what is that, about 28%?
Wow.
Yeah. And Jason, you decided to take this project on as a director. Why did you feel compelled to do this?
You know, for me, myself, kind of growing up in a situation to where we had a lot of tough times making ends meet, it was just, when I was asked to do it, I said, you know, this is something that I really was passionate about and telling the story. And so that was really the number one thing that drew it towards me.
If you already understood poverty because of your experience, what did you learn by doing the documentary?
Good question. So with everybody that we interviewed, it was just tough to constantly hear a lot of numbers and percentages and everything else, but realized that it kind of made me reflect back that it was a lot of layers of people's lives. And that really helped me understand that it was not just one thing, but kind of a domino effect. And then the other part was that as far as the how do we help, it wasn't just money. It was actually working with other people and kind of being community and family.
Yeah, the documentary is called Out of Frame, is what you titled it. Is there a person or is there a family throughout this process that you met up with that really stood out in your mind?
Well, we have 4 different people and families that we have followed through about a year, and each one of them has their own unique story. One person specifically started out, and their health kind of took a turn, and that wasn't initially. It was one thing that we talked to them about, and it took a turn, and it just let you know that was what happens.
Is that the woman in the car, in the clip, in the trailer?
That is.
Because she said something that stood out to me big time, and there was one word she used, and it was quicksand. She likened poverty to quicksand. But I mean, if you think about that, and she, you know, the way she said, you just start getting pulled under, and you get this sense, this helplessness of trying to get out of that predicament. So he said it, as a community offering help, what can we do, Mike?
Well, I think it's several layers. One, it's the visibility and letting people know that we do have a problem and we do have effective programs and solutions in the community to be able to intervene and help. Some of those are providing financial resources like Jason was talking about, but even more importantly than that, the financial resources and the resources in general are only a Band-Aid, if you will. You need supportive services, which are some of the programs that Together offers, to maintain the support. Just that one-time intervention doesn't solve any of the problems that these individuals and families are suffering through. So those are the things that as a community we need to do. And I think it's important also to remember, even though Together is the presenter of the film, this isn't an issue that any one organization or any one group of individuals can solve. This is a community issue, and it's going to take a community effort, many organizations and many people to address this.
One of your big goals was raising awareness through this film. And let's talk about the screenings, because 10 days from now you have that screening. It's November 12th.
Yes.
How do people get tickets? How do they attend this event?
You can get tickets at aksarbencinema.com. Through the box office. The doors open at 5 o'clock. We're going to screen the film, have some social time ahead of time. There will be a great panel discussion afterwards with 3 of the experts that were part of the film. So they're going to dive into a little bit more of what they shared throughout the the film, so we're really excited for the opportunity to let everybody see it.
I'd love to encourage our viewers to check out the trailer online ahead of the 12th. Jason, I don't know where you've been, but your work is remarkable. So well done. It's tasteful, it's powerful, it's important, this message. And if you'd like to connect together after the 12th, if this is something you want to join, as Mike said, it takes a community. If you want to be part of that, call or log on to togetheromaha.org.
Yeah, Mike, thanks. Good to see you again.
Good to see you guys. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Jason.
Appreciate it.